So a couple years ago, I was chilling in my room, and one of my boys hit me up. I'm gonna call him Riverflow. So he hit me up, and he's like, "Yo, we should go hang out, bro. You trying to dip?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man. I'm chilling pretty hard in my room right now." And he said, "Nah, bro. We gonna go to S'more Seasons. Let's go to." Okay, I don't need to hide that. I'm not. It's not that deep. So he said, "Let's go to Four Seasons." And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, could be cool. It could be more. So we get in the car and we dip, and we plan to meet up with another one of our friends called Jay. Now, just for future references, Jay is one of the most insane motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. Like, this dude, he just doesn't have any boundaries. This man will do whatever he wants, when he wants, and it's just like, there's no pause button, there's no stop, there's no red flag, there's no hey, don't do that. It's just go until you cannot no more. And that shit terrifies me. So we all meet up at the same time, and we all just walk around, and we had a good time, you know what I mean? We all walked around, we got food, we talked, we had a good time in the environment. And at one time, I had to use the bathroom, and so did Riverflow. So we were in the middle of Four Seasons. There was no stalls, there wasn't nothing else, so we had to go inside of a building and actually use it. So my boy Riverflow, he goes into this fancy suit place, and he goes in there, and he asks you the bathroom, and he comes back out and he says, "Oh yeah, I just used it." And I was like, "Oh, bet, that must mean I can go and use it." I go in there, I say, "Hey, can I use the bathroom?" The white lady then looks at me, guides me back out the place, and tells me there's a restroom down the street. I said, "What in the Kentucky fucking chicken do you think you're doing, man?" I said, "How you gonna let this nigga?" So my boy Liverflow conflict. The fact is, he's like Chris Brown skin color, but less Rihanna and more anime girls. So I'm thinking, what's the difference? Why can't I go in there? So I'm like, you know what? That's cool. I'm like, I got you. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna storm right up in the store that's right across the street and use the bathroom. I said, I'm not gonna even try her. You know, it's not gonna end well. And he was laughing. He was in the background laughing. I was like, oh, okay. But I got my revenge because this nigga paid for every single thing when we got into the store. He paid for the sodas, and he paid for some reason, the big thick beef jerky that my friend Jay got. We all looked at him weird. It's okay. He ate all of it in one bite. So, yes. Fuck you, River. So at this point, you know, we done walked around and we're starting to get a little bored. We done did everything, you know? So we see this one store that we haven't been to yet, and we decided to walk over there and get in it. Now, it was like a sports store. It was like, you know, sports. I don't really know how to explain it other than that. It was just a big store with sports stuff in it, and we thought it looked cool. So we go in there and we start walking around and we start seeing, you know, hats and gloves, and we thinking, hey, this shit look how we start putting on hats, we start putting on coats and shit. We like, this shit look pretty cool. So at one point we see an elevator and we're like, oh, there's an upstairs? And I'm like, bet, let's go upstairs. And they're like, bet, let's go upstairs. I did not know this would be the biggest, most tragic mistake in my life. So we get in the elevator, and as we get in the elevator, me and my friend Riverflow, we're sitting there just waiting patiently, and we look over to my friend Jay, and he looks kind of sneaky. Like, he's giving off a snake resemblance. Like, we don't know why he's grinning a little bit. He just looks kind of sus. So as we're sitting there and we're wondering what's up, he starts to laugh and be like, yo, you want to see something? And without hesitation, this nigga starts stomping on the elevator. Like, he starts, you would think this is Stomp the Yard. Like, he starts Chris Brown, boom, boom. This boy starts he starts to stomping on the elevator, and we started jiggling. I was like, crack boy, please stop, crack boy. I'm like, yo, if you don't cut it out, we gonna fall. I'm like, bro, chill. And he looks at me and he goes, oh, my bad. And proceeds to jump – and lands.
the great mother of caucus, what in the Kentucky Fried Jesus Balaha are you doing?
This nigga jumped in the elevator. Mind you, he has Tim's on. This dude has Tim's on. So he jumps in the elevator with his Tim's on and proceeds to stop. The elevator stopped. The elevator stopped. The elevator stopped. The elevator completely just paused for 5 seconds and flickered and felt like it was going down. When I tell you, me and my boy Riverflow got on the floor so fast and went back to slavery years, we were like, oh Jesus, please, if you do this for us, God, I swear as we be good peoples, we don't want to falls and dies with this big Italian man's. He doesn't knows the ways. He doesn't understand how ignorant he is. I said, please let us live through this. I'm telling you, we were praying that this elevator wouldn't fall, because at the last moment of it falling, I was gonna kill this Italian mother. I gotta stop mentioning he's Italian. I gotta stop mentioning that. It has nothing to do with him. He's not. Just I gotta stop mentioning that. I think my brain, I didn't mention it beforehand, so now I'm like, oh, he's Italian, by the way, you know. But I guess the Lord heard our prayers, because after that, the elevator came back on a couple seconds later, and it proceeded to go all the way up. And once we got off, we just left. We took the stairs back down and we left the sports place, and we never came back. After that, we just sat there. We started talking some more, and then his Pete picked him up, and I went back home Riverflow. So that was it pretty much. Yeah. End of the story. You know, if I had to give some type of resolution or some type of advice, never get in the elevator with an Italian. Also, that white bitch might have been racist, low key, you know, but it's all right. We good. Let's get it. Let's get active. No more acting. Either you go be on my Noah's Ark or you go fall off faking. Don't be mistaken. You still my homie, but it's time to wrap all my chickens and bacon. So I guess assalamu alaikum. If you want it, go take it or just make it. Never pay a girl to shake it, cause that's a problem waiting for debating. Innocence by NG for the taking.